Hey guys, welcome back and hello to you new people too. Before I jump into this video, I want to remind you all to click the little subscribe button down below so you never miss my next video. So today we're going to be talking about my top 6 favorite primers and foundations for dry skin. As a refresher, I have dry sensitive skin with rosacea. I also have seborrheic dermatitis, which is also known as eczema, around like this part of my nose and my eyebrows, which can be annoying. Sometimes I end up with having like flaky scalp from it, also annoying. So anyway, I want to talk about the products that seem to work really well for me despite my skin issues. So primer number 1 is the Hourglass Veil Mineral Primer. Yes, this is a super pricey primer. When I first got samples of this from Sephora, I got like the little mini samples, and I think I went through 3 of them before I decided, okay, I really need to buy a full size of this because I love what it does for me. I feel like it gives my skin like this nice like radiance and lit from within glow. It's very brightening. It does a good job of kind of like countering some of the redness I have in my skin. So it does like this whole glowy thing for my skin, which I really love, but it also works really well with silicone based foundations. So it's a really great primer. And if I don't know what primer is going to work with what I'm wearing, I will usually reach for this primer. Now, this tube was like 75 bucks, but I got it 20% off because I waited to buy it during a Sephora VIB sale, which is what I recommend you do if you want to buy something pricey like this. Wait for the Sephora sale. It's coming up soon. So you know, if it's something you're interested in, you can always get a sample now, and then if you decide you like it, you can pick it up. But yeah, this stuff is pretty amazing, and I feel like in some ways it's kind of like a little miracle in a tube. So if I'm using a silicone-based foundation these days, this is the primer that I go for. Next up would be the Too Faced Hangover Primer. Now this was the first water-based primer that I bought, and initially I received this as a PR sample, didn't like it, gave away to a friend, and then when I was like, oh, I need a water-based primer, I went back and bought it, and I was like, oh, this is actually pretty good. So I feel like it works pretty well for me. I really like how it smells. I know some people really don't like it because to me it smells like a tropical vacation, so I think it's a great smell. But a lot of people don't like scent, and for whatever reason, I feel very lucky that this, you know, has a scent but doesn't cause me to break out, because a lot of things with fragrance will cause my sensitive skin to break out. This is $32, and of course it is silicone free. So my favorite water-based primer, and the primer that I'm wearing today, is this one. It's by First Aid Beauty, and its name is the Coconut Skin Smoothie Priming Moisturizer. So I just call this the Coconut Smoothie Primer because its name is super long, and I hate super long names. This gives like a nice radiance to the skin too. It has like a slight like beige tint, but it's not like very tinted. It just gives you like a nice glow. So if you see it on the back of my hand here, you can just barely see that it has a tint. And when I rub it out, it's going to give my hand like this beautiful glow. It gives it like a nice sheen. So makes your skin look really radiant. This smells like sweet coconut too. Again, I know people don't always like fragrance. This doesn't cause me to break out. It doesn't trigger any migraines. I think it's excellent. And it's only 28 bucks, so it's even less expensive than the Too Faced primer. This is 1.7 fluid ounces, while this is 1.3. So those are the 3 primers that I love. Now onto foundations. The first foundation that I want to tell you about is Idun Minerals Norrsken Liquid Foundation in the shade Jorunn. I know that sounds like a weird name, but that's because it's not English. This is an awesome water-based foundation. Now for me, what really makes it stand out, what really makes it special, is I don't have to add white to this foundation. Hallelujah, because I am so tired of adding white to foundation. I have to do it with most of the foundations that I own, so having one where I don't have to add white is just amazing. It's so great. So for this foundation, I don't have to add white. I do have to set it to make it last, you know, a decent amount of time, so it will last 8 or 10 hours, because otherwise it will wear away. But it is a beautiful, radiant foundation. I love how it looks on me. I think it is amazing. It's only 28 bucks, and you can almost always find a 20% off coupon on Idun Minerals Instagram. So if you are interested in trying this foundation, check their Instagram for a coupon first. It is a beautiful ultra pale neutral. Oh, so pretty. So the next foundation that I want to talk to you about, I really like it. It's almost perfect. It would be perfect if I didn't have to add white to it. And that is the Ordinary Serum Foundation in the shade 1NS. The shade 1N is too dark. Shade 1NS is really close, but I still have to add white to it or else it's too dark for my skin tone. I actually bought 2 backup boxes of it in case they decide to discontinue it. My hope, though, is that they'll come out with a lighter shade so I don't have to add white to it. That would be amazing. This foundation is really great, and I can get over 14 hours of wear with it still looking pretty much awesome, but I do have to have, I have to put it on in a very specific way. I have to put it on with the Ordinary Serum, or I have to use the Ordinary's primer and then use this foundation and then set it and then do the rest of my makeup and then use the setting spray, and it will last for 14 or more hours. Like I did that when I went to Las Vegas. It looked awesome. So I love that, but I wish I didn't have to add white. Having to add white to everything is so annoying. So please, DCM, make this in a lighter shade, and a lighter pale neutral would be awesome. Anyways, regardless of the fact that I have to add white, the other thing that I think is really appealing about this foundation is that it's only $6.70. So it's super cheap. It's cheaper than most of the drugstore foundations you will find, and it's cruelty free, and it's vegan. And for dry skin like mine, it's amazing because it manages to hydrate. It doesn't cling to any dry patches. It doesn't settle in fine lines. It just looks good. So you'll have to check it out. So the final foundation I want to talk to you about is the Clay Cosmetics Essence Air Cushion Foundation. Clay Cosmetics is a tiny little cruelty-free brand that I met at the Las Vegas Cosmoprov. They're a super, super tiny brand. This foundation only comes in 4 shades, light, like medium light, medium, and then medium deep. So the shade range is not very good, but like I said, they're a very tiny company. I don't know that they have more than 5 employees. They're so small. So I was shocked to find a foundation that I could wear from them. This is based off of Korean beauty, but it's cruelty free. And so they have like this really minimalist approach with their packaging. It's almost all very simplistic and white like this. I actually really like it. I like the aesthetic. This foundation is expensive. It's $48, but when you buy it, you're buying this foundation plus a refill. So technically you're getting 2 foundations. So that makes it $24, which is not as bad, much easier to swallow in my opinion. So what I like about it is that so far I haven't had to add white to it. I haven't done a wear test with it to see how long it will last. And I haven't done any photos or videos to see how it matches me as the day goes on. So I don't know if this one actually oxidizes on me or not. I basically have been using this in lieu of using powder foundation because it's really quick and easy to apply. Now, I applied it today with this Real Techniques foundation brush just to give that a try, which was really good, except for trying to get around like my eyes and my brows because this brush is too big for that. So to get around my eyes and my brows, I went in with my Kat Von D concealer brush, which was perfect. So it works really well with the brush. It comes with like this cushion sponge thing that I really don't like for application, but that's what I was using. And I just really love how it looks on my skin. I feel like it helps my skin to look radiant, and it hides all of my redness and my flaws. And I don't know, I just feel really pretty with it. It's really quick and easy to apply. It dries down to a matte finish, so I don't have to set it unless I want to, which again, that's actually really nice. I feel like it does a really good job of melding with my skin. I think I mentioned doesn't emphasize any fine lines, pores, anything like that. I just feel like it covers things up and I look good. So it is excellent in my opinion for dry skin. Oh, and it looks great on camera. I think that anytime I've worn this in a video, people have been like, oh, your skin looks so good. And I'm like, oh, thank you. So anyway, those are my top 6 favorite primers and foundations for dry skin. What are your favorites? Please be sure to let me know in the comments below. If you liked this video and found it entertaining or helpful, please give it a thumbs up and share. Thanks so much for watching.